As Russia's aerial campaign against Ukraine steadily intensifies, 2 people were injured in the Ukrainian city of Mykolaiv.
Cyclone Chido batters the French overseas territory of Mayotte in what officials say is the worst storm in a century.
At least 2 people were injured and an infrastructure facility damaged in the Ukrainian city of Mykolaiv after a Russian overnight drone and missile attack, regional authorities said on Sunday. Local media report that Russia had launched a total of 108 drones and an anti-aircraft missile during the night as part of the ongoing aerial campaign against Ukraine. Ukraine's Air Force said the military had successfully shot down 56 of these drones. Across the border in the Russian city of Belgorod, regional governor Vyacheslav Gladkov said the Ukrainian drone attack had killed a 9-year-old boy. Gladkov reported that 37 drones had been fired on the area within a 24-hour period. One of these attacks reportedly struck a residential building in the village of Maitsky, killing the boy and injuring his mother and sister. Two Russian oil tankers were badly damaged in a storm in the Kerch Strait, spilling oil and sparking an emergency rescue operation. One tanker ran aground and had its bow torn away, with Russian media saying 1 person on board was killed while the rest were saved by emergency services. The second tanker was also damaged in the storm and left drifting in the same area with its crew members aboard. Ukrainian officials accused Moscow of recklessness, saying the tankers were too old to go out in a storm.
That agreement for Hamas.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said the US has been in direct contact with the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham rebel group in Syria. Blinken said he'd laid out the principles for ongoing support for Syria's political transition. He said it was important to work with HTS to build the inclusive, non-sectarian, peaceful and sovereign state the Syrian people want. Earlier in Jordan, he also urged Israel and Hamas to conclude a ceasefire and hostage return deal to bring an end to more than a year of war. Those comments come on the same day the Palestinian medical official said at least 7 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza City. The strike hit a school which was sheltering displaced families. The hospital which received the casualty said at least 12 people had been injured. Among the dead was a woman and her 2-day-old baby girl.
Earlier this month, Islamist opposition rebels toppled al-Assad's regime. Many came out to the street to celebrate, but Syria's Kurds in the north worry for their future. Many fear the ascendance of the Turkish-backed Islamist group who overthrew al-Assad will make it hard for the Kurds to find a new place in Syria.
صار صار تقريبا في حالي دنا طيارات تركيا درون مسير او بحجه اهداف عسكري على اساس بس بالنهايه هذا المراكز المدني قال لك هذا خين ترس ناف على ملت شيء في اليا هاني
بلغي كريا بحضاره انظام داعش انجو شعارات ولوجوين داعش لسر ملي وايا سلوغان و شعارات و قير وناكي حمود يارتكن جو انظام داعش ايدي بر حد نواسوري ده ديگرن نري نامن دجبرگو هشمنديا وفصاله هشمنديا داعش ندوري هوا.
Meanwhile, the Kurdish administration issued amnesty for prisoners to celebrate the fall of al-Assad's regime. It comes after the opening of prisons in areas of Syria that were previously controlled by the government.
Clashes broke out between armed groups in the western Libyan city of Zawiya, trapping residents in their homes and causing fires in the country's second largest oil refinery. Bullets reportedly hit oil tanks, leading to dangerous fires, but firefighters managed to control the blaze and gas leaks as clashes raged around the refinery. Oil-rich Libya has been divided for years between rival administrations in the east and west. It was plunged into chaos after a civil war which toppled the government of Muammar Gaddafi.